All right, guys, Indian Motorcycles has left us to our own. It's got myself and Bo from Chase on Two Wheels here. You guys be sure to go give him a follow. We're just gonna be carving it up that direction. We just gotta have the bikes back by what, like an hour from now or so? So let's see if we can make it. But for this video, I am on a 2019 Indian FTR, which is not one of the new ones, but this is the rally version. I'm doing this one to get a nice contrast of the upgrades that they have made. And let me tell you, that seat height on that thing being lower by like an inch and a half or whatever makes a big difference, dude. Look at this. So I got the taller old one now. The height difference, man? Yeah. Dude, on the new one, on that one, I can flat foot. On this one, I cannot. Takes away from confidence a little bit, you know? Yeah. Short people problems. All right. So yeah, what I can tell you guys about the Indian Motorcycle FTR 1200 Rally version is that that seat height makes a world of difference on the new one. However, in just the leaving the parking lot here, what I can tell you is that the added height does make it feel like you're kind of more on top of the bike. Makes it feel like I can throw it around a little bit. Just as much power though. Very peppy. Oh man, this is like proper test ride stuff right here. Who would have thought? Thank you, Blockheads, for subscribing to the channel because it allows me to do cool shit like this. I appreciate you. If you guys aren't subscribed already, you want to see more motorcycle content, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon also, so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Totally insane that, you know, Indian Motorcycles is just like, okay, here's a couple bikes, let's go ride and we'll take some pictures, and then on the way back, you guys just do whatever you want with them. Just, you know, have them back to the hotel. I'm like, dude, done. So big thanks to Indian Motorcycles. Y'all be sure to go check them out. I'll be sure to drop a link down in the description below for you. So this video is going to come out after the video that I did on the brand new FTR 1200, the 22 model. Ooh, Airstream. That's cool. This is going to come out after that video just so that it's like a nice comparison. Yeah, so the new one, the bars aren't as wide, which is noticeable on this one that these are, you know, stuck further out. It still feels nimble and controllable, but the other one, it just feels like a little bit more right. Like, you know, my arms aren't as spread out. It's like they set, you know, about a, what, inch and a half, I would say almost 2 inches inwards, which doesn't sound like much. Giggity, giggity, you guys making jokes. But yeah, it makes a pretty big difference in terms of like the handling and the feeling of the bike. So wider bars on this one, the rake and trail are different, and then the size of the wheels and tires is also different, which all of that stuff kind of together, factoring in the height of the bike, the wheels, the tires, the bars, that all adds like a huge change to how the bike feels overall. And so Indian Motorcycles basically listened to the community, and this is one of those things that I absolutely love about a company, is that if they're actually willing to listen to a community and implement those changes, because the community, I mean, that is your customer. They know, you know, what they're looking for, what they want. The fact that they actually listened to the community and they implemented that into the new FTR just really helped to refine it and is really making it a bike that I'm seriously looking at this point. I've been kind of on the fence about getting a naked upright bike, and I kind of came across this deal recently. I think I'm gonna end up pulling the trigger, but honestly, like, had Indian Motorcycles not like invited me out to do this, you know, here in Arizona, which is just freaking awesome. I mean, look at that, look at that. Just look at it. Would you just look at it? Yeah, had they not invited me to come out here, like, I'd ridden the FTR before, but I rode the old one. And so it was like, yeah, it's a cool bike, but it's not for me because I feel like it's kind of trying to kill me sometimes. And in that test ride video that I did originally on the bike, I basically said, like, yo, this bike would get me in just a ton of trouble. You know, it's not that I don't believe that anymore, because that's probably still very true. I think the thing that didn't sell me about the bike at first was the fact that, like, the throttle response originally just kind of seemed a little twitchy, but with the new one it seems much smoother. Like, the delivery just seems much better. Like, the ride modes, you know, like, obviously changing into different ride modes. You've got your different throttle responsiveness, but like in sport mode, it doesn't feel like you're on the back of like a freaking wild horse and you're trying to tame it or something, you know? But with the new ones, dude, they redid all of that. One of the things that they talked about in a meeting that we had whenever first getting to Arizona was there's pockets of heat. I don't know why they didn't call them hot pockets, because really missed opportunity there. Should have gone with hot pockets. Hot pocket. So riding this bike, you know, this is the older version. I can definitely feel that heat between my calves right now. One of the new things that they did, well, a couple of the new things that they did to reduce heat in the new one is they re-engineered some of the body panels. Ooh, taco! And some of the body panels basically like on the front where the radiator is to drive more air over the top of it, which is very helpful. And then they re-engineered some of the other body panels. I believe they said they basically took it into a wind tunnel and like carved away at it, and it totally reduced the hot pockets or the pockets of heat. But they also implemented a feature called the rear cylinder deactivation. And so if you're just sitting, you know, you're going light to light. Oh my God, look at that. Ridiculous. Rear cylinder deactivation. I'm sorry guys, the landscape here is just overwhelming for a simple Floridian like myself. You know, I'm just used to like flat landscapes and beaches and stuff. Rear cylinder deactivation, sorry, my ADD is kicking in, which helps it a lot because, you know, if you're not moving, then that rear cylinder basically like burning fuel is going to cause heat. And so basically deactivating that rear cylinder, because it doesn't get as much airflow as the front cylinder, smart idea. It essentially just acts like an air pump. Bike keeps on running, and then as soon as you blip throttle, the rear cylinder reactivates and you're basically good to go again. Guys, I'm really sorry about these cars in front of me kind of killing this whole test ride experience. I mean, on the way here it was just awesome, so we got like super lucky. This on the way back stuff, whew, these cars are killing it. It's funny because like whenever you look at the FTR, like it doesn't look that much different, like the new one, right? But whenever you start like paying attention to those small details, like they all add up to make a huge difference in the feeling of the bike. So like I said, originally I rode the FTR and I was like, yeah, it's a cool bike, it's fast as hell, like, you know, it'd get me in trouble. I didn't really pay any more mind to it. But now having rode the new one, it's kind of like, would I buy that? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could totally see having that in my garage, man. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm on the fence. I pretty much had my mind, you know, made on a naked bike, and whenever I get back, you know, to Florida, I'm actually gonna borrow that bike from one of my buddies. He's gonna lend it to me for a little bit. And you know, I'm gonna put it through its paces and kind of test it out and just kind of see which one I like more. But what I can tell you is that the Indian FTR 1200, you know, the new one, is, man, like a hella contender. Yeah, I could definitely see myself ripping around on that thing, because it's a lot of fun, man. And it just looks good. It just, like the FTR carbon, whew, beautiful. So I guess this is the sequence of which I've currently been experimenting around with the FTR. So I rode the carbon. So Indian had a demo day where they brought the demo truck to iMotorsports in Orlando, and I rode the Indian FTR 1200 Carbon R. I was well impressed. After that, I also rode the Indian Chief, Super Chief Limited, and then also just the base Indian Chief. And then Indian hit me up and asked if I was interested in coming out to this press event in Arizona. I said, hell yeah. So here we are. So basically this morning, you know, up until getting this bike, I've been riding the base model FTR. So it's got, you know, the same kind of gauge on it. Bro, these cars are just killing this ride. I mean, I should probably take it easy anyways. Yeah, I rode the base, which didn't have different ride modes. So I do have experience with riding the carbon and like playing around with the different ride modes, and they do make a very big difference. The ones like this that don't have like selectable ride modes, they say they are tuned to be more just in standard mode, so pretty much middle ground area. And then you've got yeah, this one, which is an old model, and being able to get onto this one, you know, throw a leg over it and ride it just to notice the differences and do that kind of comparison, that, you know, side by side. Because like I said, I've been riding the new FTR, you know, 2022 all morning, and so being able to ride this one afterwards, it's a pretty great immediate like back-to-back comparison. And I gotta say, hats off to Indian. The changes you guys have made, it's noticeable. in how the bike feels, for sure. Just like the difference in the bar width alone, like it's not even that much, but that is noticeable. And just the comfort of the bike, you know, like my the insides of my hands, like kind of, you know, index finger and thumb definitely feel starting to hurt a bit. I don't know if that's from riding all day, but look at that. Oh yeah. This thing wants to throw you. But yeah, hats off to Indian. If you guys are, I don't know, like looking for a side-by-side comparison, like Dan is up here as well. If you guys haven't seen those previous videos that he's been in, and he has a Gen 1 FTR. So I guess, I don't know if we're referring to this as like the Gen 2 FTR, but he basically had like nothing but great things to say. He wants to get rid of his old one for the new one. I can definitely say that would be a worthy upgrade, having thrown my leg over this one, tried it out with that back-to-back comparison. If you guys are looking for more information on that, you know, from somebody who actually owns one, you guys can go check out Dan the Fireman, check out his FTR content. Does a lot of safety videos, analyzing crashes and stuff like that, being a previous, like a firefighter for 11 years, first responder. So I guess that's my thoughts on the differences between the two, having, you know, now ridden both. This truck is, come on, man. What, F-150 Sport? You ain't driving like it's a sport, man. Come on. You're killing it. You're killing us back here. Damn it, Bobby. I guess it does give us time to like take in the views instead of having to hit the apexes. Look at this. Look at that. Ridiculous. Alright, well, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap up the video there then, and enjoy the rest of the ride back. Man, the heat difference is noticeable on this bike. Just those hot pockets, bro, on my calves, like, very noticeable. It's really crazy, man. Like, the changes that they implemented, listening to the customer. Like I said, good job, Indian. Hats off. Fist bump, respect, all that good stuff. And once again, thank you for the opportunity to come out to Arizona and try out the new changes that you guys have made for the new FTR. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I hope it was insightful for you. If it was, be sure to hit that like button. Sorry. Dude, look at this. Nuts. Oh yeah, I was gonna sign out, my bad. If y'all aren't subscribed, you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell icon while you're over there so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, you guys ride safe out there, stay vigilant. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.